Hi, my name's Katie and I'm the Booch Witch. Thanks for stopping by today. I'm going to show you how to make the right kind of sweet tea for your kombucha. It's a really easy process and you basically only need three things: water, sugar, and tea. So to get started, it's important to make the right amount of sweet tea. If you're making a typical gallon brew each week, we know that a gallon of liquid is 16 cups. However, we also know that it's important to leave some extra space on the top of our brewing vessel. So each week, when you make sweet tea, I like to teach people to make 12 cups. Use 12 cups of water, and then that'll make sure you have enough room for your SCOBY and the air in the jar. So first step, get 12 cups of water ready, and a nice big pot that you can put on your stove. I use one like this. You could definitely use a smaller one or a bigger one, whatever you have around. So, the first step is to take the water and make sure that's boiling in your pot. So you pour the water in, cover it, and turn your stove on high. So it'll usually take a couple minutes for it to get boiling, so we'll be back. Hi, so you can tell that our water is boiling. So now is the time to turn off your oven heat. Turn it off, and now is time to add the tea. So for about each gallon, 12 cups of kombucha, I suggest between 1/3 and 1/2 cup of sugar. I don't like my kombucha so sweet, so today we're just going to do 1/3 cup. Pour it in there. Ooh, it always makes that fun sound. And then give it a stir to help the sugar dissolve. After your sugar, you add your tea. I have some loose leaf organic green tea here. And we're going to go ahead and put 2 really big tablespoons of tea in. I like to use a diffuser. 2 heaping tablespoons. I always give it a fun little throw. Have fun! And then give it another little stir. I usually rest my wooden spoon there, and then I put my top back on. It gives it a little area and space to get some of that hot air vented out. So I usually let it steep for, I'd say, about half an hour. I make my tea a little bit stronger for kombucha. So let this steep, let the tea sit for about half an hour, and we'll be back. Hi, we're back. So now your tea has been steeping for about half an hour. You could do it longer, but I wouldn't do it much shorter than 15 minutes. It's really important that we get a lot of that good tea nutrients in our kombucha. So it'll still be warm, so be careful when you take off the top. I can't really show it on video. Maybe I'll try to figure it out, but you'll notice that the water is obviously tea colored. And use this spoon here, to get your diffusers out, or your tea bags. Don't squeeze the tea leaves. Sometimes that makes your tea taste a little bitter. So just take it out, simply take it out. Sometimes you can give it another swirl just to get that tea cooled down a bit. I always put the top right back on, because I keep my tea in my kitchen and I'm always in here doing something. So we want to make sure that nothing else gets in our sweet tea for our kombucha, because we know if things get in here like some flour or a piece of pizza crust, that could make our overall brew moldy and ruin it. So now you've made your sweet tea, make sure you let this sit and cool to room temperature. I usually let mine sit out overnight, at least one night, sometimes 2, depends on how lazy I am, but then you're all ready for your kombucha. I hope this has been a really helpful video. I enjoyed making it for you all. If you have any other questions, please send me an email. Make sure you visit my website, boochwitch.com. Thanks a lot, everyone. Happy brewing.